Hi there, and welcome to an overview of the Dietflex business. We may have spoken briefly over the phone, maybe we spoke via Zoom, but perhaps we didn't give you the opportunity to actually show you exactly how the business works so you can determine if it might be a good opportunity for you. So let's dive into this video. I hope you find it informative. You may recall we spoke about the client journey and the 4 stages of the client journey and how that impacts the business. Because the client journey really talks about the 4 essential components of a successful coaching business, actually of any business. Firstly, there's awareness. They see your marketing or hear about you. Then there's conversion. You review their goals and show them the program, and a certain percentage will enroll as your clients. Then there's coaching, which is actually doing the stuff of coaching. You explain the program and have weekly recurring check-ins with them. And finally, there's billing. We use an external billing company. You've already got one, that's fine, that collects the client money for you and pays into your account. Now, a point we'd like to make is that many health, fitness, life coaches fail to make consistent income as they charge per session. They may have lots of certification, they've done lots of courses, spent thousands of dollars, years training themselves, but they're just not making an income. With Dietflex, it's a subscription program giving coaches weekly recurring revenue. So the money comes in every week. So let's ask, who are the market for a private weight loss coaching program? Now, across Australia, if we look at how many overweight people there are, and this is a report on the 17th of June 2024, 66% were living with overweight and obesity. That's approximately 13 million adults. So it's a lot of people. If we look at women, that's at least 6 million plus. If we look at those women who not just need to lose weight, but want to lose weight, that's 3 million plus across the country, in every town, in every suburb, maybe less in your suburb, but the good thing about Dietflex is you can have clients anywhere across the country. Let's have a look at their age group. Now you can see here clearly, it's 45 to 65 plus in both men and women. And let's contrast this with people going to a gym. It's an entirely different curve. It's mainly 18 to 24, 25 to 35. So can you see the difference? This is the age group that want to lose weight, willing to spend money on losing weight. It's a different age group to those people who are going to a gym. There is some crossover, definitely, but it's mainly the women in this category that we focus on. Now, are they spending on weight loss? Well, IBIS World suggests that this is a report in 2023 spending $500 million. They said 505.2 million, I don't know how they got that, in weight loss services across Australia in 2023. And that was before the weight loss drug Ozempic. So let's look at Ozempic sales. In every suburb and town, including yours, people are buying the Ozempic weight loss drug delivered to their door for around $400 per month, some paying more, some less. Now, these people are seeking a solution that works, that they can access from home, a private solution, and they're paying $400 a month. Let's contrast that with Dietflex fees, and you set your own fees with Dietflex, which are much more affordable, between $29.95 and $39.95 per week. But as the coaching check-ins are 15 minutes, the coach can look after 4 clients per hour. This means the coach's revenue can be up to $119.80 if they're charging $29.95 per week, or $159.80, that's nearly $160 per hour. So that's a really good return on your time. So how does the Dietflex weight loss program actually work? Reminder, our target market are mainly women 45 to 70. Yes, we have lots of men who are very successful on the Dietflex program, but we mainly market to the women because they're more willing to pay for a solution. Now, we've got some guiding weight loss philosophies. Firstly, one diet does not suit everybody. Most people agree with that. Equally, one weight loss diet does not work for everybody, and that's what we've found. And so people need a flexible approach to discover the weight loss diet that works for their body. And that's exactly what the step-by-step Dietflex program does. And that's why we call it Dietflex, a flexible approach to develop the diet that's right for their body. Dietflex, diet flexibility. Also, most people who carry extra weight in their midsection, around their tummy, on their tummy, have decreased insulin sensitivity and decreased carbohydrate tolerance from all foods, healthy or not. Most people aren't aware of this, and the Dietflex program is specifically designed to help them discover their body's carbohydrate tolerance to deal with this insulin sensitivity, because really another word for it is weight loss resistance, and they will say things like, I've tried every diet, nothing works for me. In reality, they benefit from a system that helps them discover their body's individual carb tolerance. We call that ICT, and what that represents in foods they like, that they can get from any supermarket. So it's sustainable, so it's family friendly, and it's affordable. Plus, when combined with protein optimization strategies, and I'm going to talk more about this, they can lose weight without hunger and have easier craving control. That's the promise of Ozempic. Get rid of hunger. That's also the promise we make with Dietflex, and we use a drug called food you can get from any supermarket. Now, Dietflex is a subscription program, so your clients enroll in a weekly debit plan where you get paid automatically. This gives you weekly recurring revenue. This makes a business out of it. So there's a client, their money goes to the billing company, and the billing company pays it straight into your account. It doesn't go through us. It goes from the client to the billing company to you. Also, Dietflex is productized. Clients receive professional program materials in the mail. They get their starter pack. They get their daily planner. We also send them a recipe ebook they can load up on their phone. They get menu plans, shopping lists, so they get a complete new member pack. And in this respect, Dietflex is a hybrid program between the virtual coaching them on Zoom, what they receive via email, and what they receive in the mail, their client materials. Remember, we are dealing with a market that's 45 to 70. They like having materials in their hand. They like having the journal that they can write in. So how much can you earn with Dietflex? Now, let's look at the potential income with clients paying by weekly direct debit. Firstly, you set your own hours, you set your own fees, you work your plan. I just want you to note, it will take effort. It'll take time to build up a client base, some promotion, and time to build up your client base. So we're going to look at your weekly fee. Let's say you start at the minimum. We recommend $29.95. And let's say your coaching hours are 3 hours per week. If you can see 4 clients per hour, that means you can have 12 clients. So your weekly income potential is $359 for those 3 hours per week. On an annualized basis, and we're assuming 50 weeks of the year, that's $17,970. Now, of course, if you expand that to 6 hours per week and 24 clients, it can grow. We have some coaches now with 36 clients, so they're earning over $1,000 a week. So that can grow. At 12 hours per week, you could have close to 50 clients. But regardless of whether you want to work 3 hours or 6 hours, when you start getting busy, then the ideal solution to that problem is simply to put your fees up. Start charging new clients $34.95 per week. And you can see that your income can escalate it. And we've got coaches charging $39.95 per week. So for 3 hours per week, their income is $479 for the week. Now, the numbers above assume being fully booked, which is 4 clients per hour. You can reduce that by 25% if you like. And there are costs not shown, such as a license fee, client stationery, billing fees, advertising, etc. And I'm going to cover those. So you could start here, get some success stories. You can increase your fees if you get more clients than hours you want to work. You can increase again if you've got more clients than what you've got hours available. So technical skills. With Dietflex, the coach does not need nutrition skills, as they simply explain how the program works. The expertise is built into the program. Meet clients each week for 15 minutes via Zoom. Guide them through the program. Hold them accountable. Share pre-written handouts. We've got a huge range of handouts and recipes that you can share with them each week to deliver extra value. And give them accountability. It makes all the difference in the world. We call it the observer effect. Plus, you have access to the support team to help you with marketing, with sales, and with coaching. And what are the ideal coach qualities? Firstly, they're willing to do a short online course. The coaching course typically takes around 2 weeks. There's also a sales course. That takes around 1 to 2 weeks. You're willing to learn an educational-based sales process. We don't believe in high-pressure selling or anything like that, just making it easier for people to make a decision. And you're willing to learn basic technology like Zoom. And that's why we do Zoom support. You're passionate about helping others get healthy. Maybe you've got a health goal yourself. Maybe you want to lose weight yourself. That's fine. But as long as you're interested in helping others get healthy, and you can allocate at least 3 hours per week, uninterrupted time, same hours each week. That could be in the mornings, afternoons, or evenings. Could even be on the weekend. You're keen to earn extra money. You've got your raison d'etre. You've got your goals. For many, an extra $300 a week or $400 a week would make a huge difference to their lives. What difference would it make to your life? And you want to be able to do some work from home. You want the flexibility, set your own hours, no commute. Just think about that. With Dietflex, you don't have to drive off to work, get a park, pay petrol, all that sort of stuff. You're a good communicator. It does require being able to communicate with your target market. You're willing to implement your marketing. You know, businesses are like wheelbarrows. They only work if you push them, but we help you with that. And finally, you've got an internet connection and a computer with a webcam, so you can talk into the camera. So just reminding you, the client journey has 4 key steps. And so let's look at your training journey. As a matter of fact, we start with coaching. So we give you access to the coaching course. We have pre-recorded demos where real coaches are coaching real clients. Plus we give you access to our health handouts library and our recipe handouts library. Then there's a sales course, which is an educational-based sales process. And we give you access to an additional course, which is sales demos. Of course, we've got a course on setting up your own billing, completely free to set up. And then finally, we move to awareness, where there are marketing resources that you can use for organic and paid marketing, community marketing, local area outreach, database marketing, and things like that. So here's the coaching course portal. Here's the handouts portal. Here's the recipe files portal. There's the demo. There's the payments course. There's the sales course. There's the sales demo. And there's the marketing resources. These are available on any computer. And we also have a free app. You can view these on an app as well. Plus, we supply additional support with one-on-one sessions. You can just book in a session so that we can give you the extra support you need, get your questions answered. One thing we want to help you avoid is overwhelm. And there is a Dietflex private Facebook community where coaches come on and they can share their questions, they can share their experiences, they can share their challenges, share their wins. And we often have video sessions that we record, and you can watch the playback of those. And we publish replays on those on the Facebook group. So marketing with Dietflex, you do not need a website. We guide you in database marketing. So you might have a list of customers, or you might have a good relationship with somebody who's got a list of customers, or a following, Facebook following and Instagram following, and that's non-competing. You might have a relationship with a local business who serves the same market but is non-competing. It might be a women's clothing store. It might be a hair salon. It might be a beauty salon. It might be a local doctor. It might be an allied health professional. We also provide you with organic free social media posts so that you could post every day and add your call to action. Then, if you want to spend $5 or $10 a day to get more leads, we can help you in setting up. We provide the ad graphic, the ad text, all those things, so that you can run ads within your budget. Then there's local area outreach and community marketing. There's lots of things that people can do within their local community. And finally, getting referrals, and GMB stands for Google My Business, reviews from happy clients. One of the first things we encourage coaches to do is to set up a business page on Facebook, set up a Google My Business page. These are completely free. Now I want to switch to an important topic, which is allocating your time and setting your goals. So here's a blank calendar, 8, 9, 10, 11. You can see I'll put it, for this example, provided a gap in the middle of the day, then 6, 7, and 8. Now let's say you allocate your coaching hours from 8 to 11 every day. That's 3 hours. So let's expand those 3 hours. And so here we've actually got space for 12 clients. So you've signed up with Dietflex, you're allocating this space, but you don't have any clients. What do you do next? Well, you're going to spend at least that time learning, doing the modules, the coaching module and the sales module. Then you'll move into marketing and you'll start promoting yourself. So then you might sign up one client at 9 o'clock duty, but you're going to spend the rest of your allocated time in marketing. You might have a couple of sales appointments there too. And then you sign up Jenny at 10:30 and then John at 9:45, because our goal is to get you fully booked with the hours you have available. Then you might say, want to grow the business, you'll spend some extra time in marketing. But notice how this is all back to back. So we're not suggesting that you have a client here, client there, or anywhere, because then you can never have a life. You might decide instead of adding another shift, you might change your 3-hour shift to 4 hours to add 1 hour before or 1 hour afterwards. And so from here you can set your goals. So with the lowest pricing of $29.95 per week, 3 hours per week, 12 clients, $359. That's a great start. So the next question, are there any extra expenses or ways to increase my income? Well, firstly, there are some extra expenses. There are pre-printed materials. Remember I said that Dietflex is productized? Well, there's a new member booklet. These are A5 booklets, and they're just $7 per set. Typically, a new client is going to pay you $99 to $159 to get started, so that's easily covered. And then we've got the daily planner. Now, these are the little books that give the clients control and accountability. Each one of those costs you $10, and they last 4 weeks. So that's a cost of $2.50 per client per week. You're charging them $29.95, so your cost per client is $2.50. For those accountants out there, of course, we'd put this down under cost of goods sold. The recipe ebook and the weekly boost emails I haven't even mentioned, they're no cost to you. All the handouts and recipes, there's hundreds of them. These are completely downloadable. You can print them out or email them to your clients, completely at zero cost. Want more income? Well, there's protein product sales. Now, before we dive into it, let's look at our guiding weight loss philosophies. When combined with protein optimization strategies, they can lose weight without hunger and have easier craving control. So what does that look like? To help clients switch off hunger, we get them to optimize their protein intake with 2 strategies: prioritizing protein in all main meals and supplementing with special protein shakes between meals. It looks like this. They're going to have a protein-based breakfast, a protein-based lunch, protein-based dinner, but they'll have a mid-morning protein snack and a mid-afternoon protein snack. We want them to stay ahead of hunger. Hunger's the enemy of weight loss. Those protein snacks in the afternoon are protein balls that they're using one of our recipes with our protein powder. So here's how the protein works. The coach provides Dietflex protein powder to the clients via mail. They send them in the mail. The coach makes a profit around $20 per tub. The coach buys protein powder at wholesale from Dietflex. So if you've got 12 clients, and let's say they only buy a tub a fortnight, that's an extra $240 in revenue for you each fortnight. So what do existing Dietflex coaches say? Here's Carolyn Mason. I joined Dietflex as a coach a few months ago. I've received amazing training with the support of Jamie and Amanda. I have now started to grow my business as my clients are living with the program and having fantastic results. Susie says, I love how Dietflex weight loss coaching creates profitable, flexible, and meaningful business for coaches. Plus the business, sales, and marketing support from head office is so positive and helpful. Amanda says, the best coaching decision I made 3 years ago was to become a Dietflex weight loss coach. Having been in the fitness industry for 25 years, this is clearly the best weight loss program I've seen and used with my clients. Not only does it achieve results using everyday food, it addresses the emotional aspect of overeating and comfort eating. There is no need to reinvent the wheel as all resources are provided together with ongoing mentoring. She goes on to say, I've been a self-employed Dietflex coach for 3 years and have clients in every state and territory, plus she's got a client in the US. My clients have been getting fabulous results. This is the only personal weight loss coaching program that helps people discover their body's individual carb tolerance so they can lose weight without being hungry. Plus, it's the only program that offers ongoing one-on-one support to clients. Now, prior to becoming a Dietflex coach, I was of the view that exercise led to weight loss. Now I've seen that weight loss leads to exercise. If you're serious about helping clients achieve their weight loss goal, become a Dietflex coach. Now that I've sold my fitness club, I'm excited to channel all my energies into weight loss coaching, and it's so rewarding. So that's just some people on the journey to achieve their income goals. So what are the Dietflex coach license fees? Well, we have two sets of fees, one for a small team, let's say a fitness club or a fitness studio that has 2 or 3 coaches. And then we have our fees for a solo coach. I'm only going to be discussing solo coach, but you can upgrade at any time. With the solo plans, the first option is the Flexi plan. There is no minimum term. You can cancel any time. It's $4.95 startup and $35 per week. Then we've got the low start. It's a minimum term of 12 months, which right now is 0 startup and $35 per week. So the choice is simple. You can have flexible, cancel any time, or the low start with the minimum 12 months. And at the end of this video, I'm going to give you a link that reminds you everything you get. What you get with both plans is identical. It's just the pricing and terms that's different. So with either of the solo plan, it typically takes one paying client to cover your weekly fee. But whatever you choose, we recommend you make a 12-month commitment to learn and give it a proper go. You'll really never know if it's for you unless you get started, go through the lessons, and give it a sustained effort. So what's the next step? Well, you might say, gee, for any reason, this is not for me. That's okay. We wish you all the best. But if you did look at this video because you're looking at earning extra income, you might say, well, what is my plan B? What is my plan B? What am I going to do to create that extra income? What I've shown you here is a plan. Maybe it's not right for you. That's okay. But you might set yourself a time limit. Let's say 3 months or 6 months. If I haven't achieved my extra income goal by then maybe I'll contact Dietflex and have a second look at it. Need to think it over. This is quite fine. But let us know your biggest concern. Or you might have multiple concerns. It's easier. We're not mind readers. Just let us know. And give yourself a time limit to decide. Say, look, 7 days, I'm in or I'm out. You can book a Zoom with us. You can email us, text, phone us, whatever you like. Yes, you want to get started. If that's you, great. Simply go to go.dietflex.com.au/pricing-solo. And as soon as you enroll, we will give you access to the coaching program. We will list you on our website. We'll give you access to our shopping cart so you can order extra materials. We'll invite you to join our Dietflex Facebook group, and we'll look forward to meeting you. Okay, well done. You've watched the video, you've learnt more about Dietflex and how you can put the Dietflex business to work quickly at home to start generating income. The next step is to scroll down to the calendar, book a Zoom so we can have a chat to talk about what an implementation plan would look like for you. Also below, you'll see this video from one of our leading licensees, Amanda, talking about her Dietflex experience, and we've got some frequently asked questions. But the most important thing is go to the calendar and book a chat now. I look forward to meeting you and discussing your goals and your plan. Thanks for watching the video.